first off, what's been the team's mentality coming off the spring through the summer, heading up into tonight?
Well, I think the expectation was, pretty high, knowing what we had and, what we had coming back. And I think, over the summer it was pretty high, knowing we had a chance to get back. Then, tragedy hit, adversity hit, and I think we sort of lost our edge a little bit. But maybe we found a little bit of it back tonight. Going to have to depend on a lot of other guys to do good things for us and make plays for us. We had a few big plays tonight by some big guys, but, at the same time, I think, it's just going to come down to, everybody says in the trenches, offensive, defensive line, and, anybody can run a football if you got a good offensive line and if you blow holes. So,
going back into the adversity part, being labeled the top dog in 3A in the preseason poll, transfer of the linebacker and the running back to different schools, and then the most recent significant with the injury of Aaron, losing that kind of caliber of athlete, with his work body and his leadership and attitude, how hard is that for you to keep the team focused with everything? Just being that they're teenagers.
You don't have that many, in a small rural school like we do, what we have. You don't have those athletes like that day in, day out. They come few and far, between. And that situation with losing Aaron and all, a little bit of pressure went on. A little bit more pressure got on Ontario. Because he's the only back that really is coming back with any experience. From last year.
Right, and from what I've gathered, he had 7 carries for nearly 175 yards.
He did, and we got some more guys, TJ and Dante Jordan, that's never played back there. But just a little confidence in those guys. It's no telling what they could be. The biggest thing is, our seniors got to continue to lead, and this is their last go around. They don't never know when it's going to be their last game. But they got to strive and be better leaders and great mentors to the younger guys. But our challenge is to our junior class and sophomore class. They have got to come on quick and fast. Maturity is one thing. I'm talking about as far as being serious about the game, studying the game. It's not always joking around and having fun all the time. So they got to be students of the game a little bit more and give us a little bit more. We can't wait till next year. And that's, I know that's some mentality of some young kids is, we got next year. Well, it may not be another year.
Right.
You don't ever know. You got to take one step at a time and day by day because, we don't know. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. So,
what about your quarterback's performance tonight? You had Trey, you had DeMarcus, and then Jake. Did you think – first, let's just talk about their performance.
Well, we saw all three of them, and all three of them did well. They all do different things well. But, it's going to come back to our offensive line. It's going to come back to offensive line blowing. But, we got 3 quarterbacks that can do well. I know in the past, we've had one and, so-so next. But we're lucky enough to have, 3 right now. And I guess, we just need to play well and get some experience. And, good things happen to some of these guys.
Does the quarterback battle still continue, or do you have it narrowed it down?
Well, I think, like I said, each quarterback does certain things well. So we'll continue to work all 3 of them. Some of them may get more reps than the others. But at least, we got depth there in case we get in a situation. But, it's just a great honor to be here. And we just got to work a little bit harder.
All right, my last question. With the status of Aaron Knight, how does that affect you play calling, with your plays and your formations? Does that change things up? Because,
I think it does at the beginning. I just don't want to put our guys in a bad situation, especially our quarterbacks. Being young, because, I've been doing this a long time, 26 years, and I guess quarterback is the hardest position to teach. You want that guy to come in there about 9th, 10th grade and, and play for 3 years. That's just a position that, you got to take control of the game. You're in the center, the only 2 that touches the ball every down. So, I got a little bit, be a little bit more student of the game. And, a year ago we had so many weapons that we could just do whatever, whenever. So, yeah, we're going to be conservative a little bit, but at the same time, we got to grow as we move along.
That's it.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you for your help.